Would you agree that life can get very overwhelming and stressful at times? I was thinking about the grace framework that I came up with, and one of the actual letters inside of grace is the A, and it's ask and reflect. And I thought about sharing how you can become emotionally grounded within 5 minutes without pretending that you're okay. We know that there are times where conversations can be intense. There's times where life can just simply be happening and you simply don't know what to do. In that 5 minutes, you can learn to ground yourself. And the very first thing you do when you get in an intense situation is take a deep breath. I know you like, why is she on here on YouTube telling us to take a deep breath? Because I want you to be able to understand what taking a deep breath means. Even though it sounds simple, guess what happens when you do it? When you take a deep breath, you actually calm your nervous system. When you calm your nervous system, it allows your blood pressure to begin to regulate. When your blood pressure begins to regulate, it also allows for your system to get to a place where you can deal with the situation at hand. Now, after you take that deep breath, and I'm talking about a deep breath like this, you see how I did that? Try that with me. In through the nose, and then out through the mouth. That deep breath allows your system the time that it needs to come back into alignment, to calm itself no matter what the circumstance is. Because believe it or not, sometimes it's not the circumstance that's the problem, it's how we react to it. So going back to what I said within the grace framework, and that actually is free. If you go to, Sharon.com, SharonThomas.com, I'm sorry, you can see the grace framework. And the A in there, as I said before, is ask and reflect. You have to, after you take that deep breath is step number one. Step number two, ask and reflect, or reflect and ask. Reflect upon what's going on. Take a minute to see what is really happening. The reason why I'm saying take a minute to see what's really happening is that oftentimes we as people, we're so used to and so familiar with reacting that we don't even take the time to reflect to see what's really going on. Once you reflect to see what is really going on, it gives you the ability to see, can I even control this situation? And it also gives you the opportunity to ask yourself, if I respond to this, is that response going to be detrimental or beneficial? We are so programmed to reacting and so programmed to believing everything deserves a response. Everything does not deserve a response. So when you take the time to reflect upon what is happening around you in those moments, and you take the time to ask yourself, is my response going to be detrimental or beneficial? Because everything does not deserve a response. If you are in a heated situation, sometimes the very best thing to do is to not respond. Reflecting and asking can be your best friend in those situations. If you are in a situation where you're not clear on how to respond, not responding can be your very best friend. I wanted to do this video because I wanted to introduce to your neurotransmitters the reality of everything doesn't have to have a reaction. Everything does not deserve a response. Now, some of you may be thinking, yeah, whatever. But I just ask that you try it. Try it. I can guarantee you're going to get in a situation where you're going to have to reflect and ask. I can guarantee you're going to get in a situation where you need to take the time to take a deep breath so that you don't overreact, underreact, or shut down. Once again, so you don't overreact, underreact, or shut down. If you take that deep breath, that calms your nervous system. If it calms your nervous system, it's automatically going to bring your pressure down. Now, those of you with high blood pressure, I feel like this video is probably a good tool for you to put in your toolbox. Because oftentimes, because we're so used to just reacting, we have no idea what that does to our nervous system. If you take the time to, number one, take a deep breath, number two, reflect and ask, I can almost guarantee you your response is going to be different than it would have been had you not done those first two steps. So when I say learning how to ground yourself in 5 minutes without pretending you're fine, you know you're not fine. Your body tells you that you're not fine. But you do have the ability to become fine through doing those two steps. What I mean by fine is I don't mean that that's going to change the situation, but what I do mean is that will give you the opportunity to react differently or to not react at all if you have taken the time to reflect and ask yourself, is this going to be detrimental if I respond, or will it be beneficial? Believe it or not, learning how to regulate our nervous system sometimes just takes simple steps. But because our nervous system has been deregulated for so long, it has been out of alignment for so long, we have to learn how to break certain patterns. So I'm introducing this to you, and I ask that you simply try it. The next time somebody gets on your nerves, the next time you have to address your children, the next time you have to address a coworker, the next time you have to address your spouse, and it turns into an emotionally intense situation, breathe first. After you take that deep breath, reflect and ask. If you do those things, I can almost 100% guarantee you that your response you're going to deem as not necessary or is going to be better than it would have been had you not done those simple steps. I hope this helps, and I hope you have the most amazing day.